Azerbaijan has applied to join BRICS, a bloc comprising different emerging economies, after Russian President Vladimir Putin's visit to the country. The original members of the bloc were Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa, but BRICS is now expanding its membership. Iran, Egypt, Ethiopia, and the United Arab Emirates joined the bloc in January 2024. And Saudi Arabia is also considering joining soon. In 2001, after Goldman Sachs economist Jim O'Neill coined the term, the original BRICS members decided to form the partnership. South Africa joined much later, in 2010. In the meeting on Monday, Putin and Azerbaijan's president, Ilham Aliyev, discussed economic cooperation, setting aside $120 million to enhance cargo transport between the two countries. Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa are the countries with the fastest growing economies. The group has identified shared priorities, including resolving the Iranian nuclear program and clashes in Libya, Syria, and Afghanistan. It also collaborates to deal with financial and economic issues related to the World Bank and the International Monetary Fund, IMF. According to O'Neill, there is no chance of a European Union-like political alliance between these countries, but they do have the potential to grow economically by building a powerful economic partnership. BRICS members meet every year, appointing a new leader from a different country each time. In a recent statement, BRICS claimed that more than 40 countries are willing to be part of the bloc, since it offers an alternative to working with Western countries. Russia relies on such partnerships due to trade sanctions over its actions in Ukraine. Russia and Armenia were previously on good terms, but tensions grew between the countries after Azerbaijan took control of the Nagorno-Karabakh area since September 2023. Tens of thousands ethnic Armenians left the area after September 20 last year. This area is globally recognized as the territory of Azerbaijan, but ethnic Armenians had control in Nagorno-Karabakh for last 3 decades. However, after being defeated by Azerbaijani military last year, Armenia accused Russia of not intervening or supporting it to resolve the Nagorno-Karabakh conflict. Back in 1992 and 1993, Russia had provided military support to Armenians during the Nagorno-Karabakh war between Armenia and Azerbaijan, so the Armenian expectation for more help from its ally was based on precedent. However, in the recent war in 2020, Russia did not provide military support to Armenia even after the Armenian Prime Minister specifically requested it. Vladimir Putin responded to Armenian Prime Minister Nikol Pashinyan's request for military support against Azerbaijan, by stating that Russia would involve itself in the fight between Azerbaijan and Armenia only if Armenian territory was attacked. At the time, some journalists reported that this may have been because Putin simply did not like Pashinyan. Meanwhile, Armenians blamed the country for their loss of territory. It was certainly true that the Turkish-backed Azerbaijan became stronger in terms of military power when Russia rescinded its support. Russian-Armenian military cooperation can be traced back more than a century, as Armenian socialists helped the Bolsheviks establish a Soviet regime in Armenia in 1920. Similarly, Russia was always supportive of Armenia. Russia provided military support to Armenia to deal with the threats from the Ottoman Turks in 1915. Armenians had always depended on Russian support to deal with threats from the Ottoman Turks due to the lack of unity between them. After independence from the Soviet Union in 1991, the Armenian elite were still inclined toward Moscow. Russia also supported Armenia during the time of collaboration between the Baku Equality Party and Azerbaijan and Turkey. The Baku Equality Party, Musavat, is one of the oldest parties in Azerbaijan, founded in 1911. This party was wiped out after the Russian Bolshevik invasion of Azerbaijan in 1920. The alliance with Turkey increased Armenians' fear of losing their culture and land. In 1894, the Ottoman government started killing Armenians after being influenced by Pan-Turkist ideas, which advocated the integration of all Turkic-speaking people, and wanted to solidify Muslim Turkish dominance in the region. The genocide of the Christian Armenians resulted in 600,000 to 1.2 million casualties. So Armenia has historically been beleaguered by attacks from all sides, and Turkey's relationship with Azerbaijan remains a strong and persistent threat today. Despite Armenia's strong economic reliance on Russia, and the recent improvement in relations with Putin's visit, Armenia's leaders are no longer putting all their eggs in one basket. They are also looking elsewhere for military partnerships and economic cooperation. On Russia's end, Armenia's importance has also risen. After the US and EU placed sanctions on Russia due to its war on Ukraine, Armenia became a conduit for Western products in Russia. So Russia's renewed enthusiasm makes sense. Whether this economic relationship will turn back into a larger political alliance remains to be seen.